Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, August 27th. We have arrived at the last Thursday of the month for August. Man, it has really gone by quick. Welcome to the fastest 30 minutes that we find in the morning here on Good Morning Enid. Thank you for joining us. Currently it's 71 degrees, and if you step outside, it's rather humid because it's all the way up to 66%. Summer has returned because the high today is going to be 96 degrees. So, hi, I'm Steve Kime.
Good morning, Enid. I'm Sara, DelAngel.
We are so glad that you're with us. Sara, looking sharp today.
Thank you, Steve. You too.
Thank you. I woke up, this is what I had on this morning, so I said, let's go.
Awesome. Well, it looks great.
What's on the show today?
Well, we have a very special service. Today our theme is government, city government, and we have a very special guest, our city manager, Jerald Gilbert. So thank you all for joining us, and it's time to rise and shine, Enid.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, Enid. Thank you for joining us. Currently 71 degrees, high today 96, and as I said at the opening, Sara, summer has returned. It was a nice, cool August for a while, but we're back to 96.
Yes, it was a nice little break.
Degrees. So, last week my mother-in-law turned 92, last Thursday, and I said, happy birthday to Viva. Well, today, a week later, is my wife's birthday.
Oh.
And I usually go to no expense on birthday cards. So I found a piece of notebook paper, and I just want to say happy birthday to my wife, Cheryl. Dr. Cheryl, happy birthday today, number 39 again. So no expense on birthday cards.
So how long did it take you to do that?
Probably 17, 18 seconds. Only the best for Dr. Cheryl, that's for sure. Anyway, sweetheart, happy birthday. And okay, got the birthdays out of the way so we can move forward. It's 7:32. We're so glad that you join us. Before the 3-day forecast, I think Penn can bring up the radar for us. Earlier, the rain was over by my old hometown of Bartlesville. There you go. See the radar? No rain today on Enid, but way over there north of Tulsa. So just in case you're planning to drive into the eastern part of the state, there may be some rain today. Like we said, summer's returned today, Sara, so what does the 3-day forecast look like for us? Well,
we did have a nice little break there for a few days. We're back to the 90s. We're looking to have a nice hot weekend. It's going to stay in the 90s.
Typical August. But again, it really has been nice.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm anxious for football, and I'm anxious for cool. And
I'm not anxious for football, but I'm anxious for cool.
You're not anxious for football?
No.
Well, we'll get you some medical attention so that you'll be excited about football. So, well, we have a street closing we want to remind you about because it's taking place. And one of the things that we try to do on Good Morning Enid is keep you informed on commission meetings and also street closings. And as you can see on the screen, I don't need to read all of that for you, but they're adding some accelerating and decelerating lanes in front of the Esplanade. That's how I would say it, apartments. Some others would say Esplanade, but I always said nod. Anyway, that's where it's at today, and it'll go down to like one lane in that area, so just be careful in that area. So, you ready to find out what happened overnight?
Yes.
How are we going to do that?
Well, now it's time to pass it on to Derrick for the Oklahoma Minute.
Good morning, Enid. This is your Oklahoma Minute. An Oklahoma City couple, Cliff and Leslie Hudson, give a $1 million gift to OU College of Public Health. The recipients, who are doctoral students, will focus on reducing nicotine addiction and teen pregnancy. ESPN announced that it will show the OSU versus Auburn game on ESPN2 and the OU versus LSU game on ESPN on Saturday, January 30th, 2016. UConn will begin building a multi-million-dollar sports complex next year, which will feature a soccer stadium and 12 fields, a baseball stadium and 4-field complex, a softball stadium and 5-field complex, and an aquatic center on land annexed by Oklahoma City. Finally, Oklahoma Gas and Electric Company's Smart Hours program got mentioned by President Obama in a speech about clean energy. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sara.
Thank you, Derrick. I know the city manager down at UConn, and he's a big sports enthusiast. So they're going to have this massive sports complex down there, so that'll be very nice. I'd like to remind everybody, City Commission meeting comes up next week. And Sara, September 1 is next Tuesday.
Yes, definitely.
September. You know what? Penn's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Send all your cash, coins, stock certificates to Penn Klein here at ETN Studios. Next Tuesday, Penn celebrates his 29th birthday. He's on September 1st, and then the City Commission is going to hold a meeting in his honor. We have the study session at 5 o'clock, and that is broadcast on ETN. You can see that live on Channel 12 and 112, and you can also watch it at enidtv.org. You can watch it on your smartphone or on your computer. So all this effort of broadcast equipment and everything is to just provide more accessibility and visibility of city government news. So next Tuesday, city government or city commission meeting, and also Penn's birthday. Did you know that?
I didn't know
Oh,
that,
by the way,
actually.
my birthday is September 4th.
September 4th.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And so is Raquel's.
Any big plans for the 4th?
Oh, huge plans. Huge plans. Don't know what they are, but huge
Good,
plans.
as long as they're huge. Okay, if you're looking to have any big plans for this weekend, here is Raquel with what's going on.
Good morning, Enid. We have a great event going on this weekend, and it's the Gaslight Theater's Charlie Awards. This will be Saturday at the Convention Hall. Social hour begins at 6:30 p.m. Advance tickets are $15, or if you buy them at the door, they're $20. And this is a night for the Gaslight Theater to recognize all of their volunteers and just, be able to recognize anyone that's been working out there with them. Also coming up in a couple of weeks, we have the Garfield County Fair, and this starts Wednesday, September 9th, and it goes through September 13th. This will be at the county fairgrounds, and it will be all day, every day during those days. Also, we invite you to go to visitenid.org. That way you can find out about other great events going on in Enid this weekend and other weekends as well. So that's what's going on in Enid this weekend.
Very good. Thank you, Raquel. Good morning, Enid. It's still holding steady at 71 degrees at 7:38 on this last Thursday of August. And, one of the things that we've been doing for the last 6 months has been recording these department head videos. You were a part of that. Mm-hmm. And right now, we'd like to show you a department head video of Billy McBride. It tells you a little bit about his department and what he's involved in, and it's just a way for us to introduce to the Enid community different departments and different individuals here at the City of Enid. So let's listen from Billy right now.
Hello and welcome to Public Works. I am Billy McBride and serve as Director. The Public Services Department is responsible for the physical structures and facilities that house governmental functions and provide transportation, drainage, and flood control, water, waste disposal, and similar services. We manage the construction of new facilities, maintain existing facilities, and are dedicated to providing continuously better service to the public. If I can be of service to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Good morning, Enid, 7:39. Again, high today, back to summertime temperatures, Sara, 96 warm degrees. Have you checked on our cows recently?
No, but we're about to. So if you bring up the cows, if you guys have any recommendations of who you would like on the show.
Those are Holsteins, by the way.
Or if you would like anyone, any of you guys would like to show your vacation pictures or anything like that, send your pictures, your questions, your comments to asksteve@enid.org, and he'll get back to you.
Absolutely. And anybody that comes to mind as a guest, we're always looking for guests. We have a special guest today.
We do.
AJ, I'm right on the Holsteins, aren't I? Yeah, I know my cows.
I don't know anything about cows, so when you said that, I was like,
Whatever you say, Steve. Well, thank you for joining us. It's time for really the special part of the morning. We really try to highlight the community and those around the community. You know, we've had the Lieutenant Governor, we've had Miss America, Miss Oklahoma, Miss Rodeo. I mean, the list goes on. And now we have another special guest. And to introduce us to that special guest at 7:40 this morning is Jomara. Jomara?
Good morning, Enid. Thank you, Steve. Our special guest this morning is City Manager Jerald Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert, thank you very much for being with us this morning.
Well, thank you, Jomara, for having me.
We know that you're very busy and we appreciate your time. Thank you for wanting to discuss with us and showing the people in Enid what's going on in the city.
Sure, it's my pleasure.
Thank you. Now, I want to start by asking you, how can you describe the first 8 months of you serving as a city manager? I know they've come by very quickly, so how can you describe them?
Well, that's a great question. The first 8 months has passed by quickly. I think that it's been great. Certainly, we've overcome some challenges already. We've gone through some difficult times like we do every year at budget time. We've had to make some significant budget cuts. We added some debt, and we've worked through some other issues, and it's great to be at a place where we're really focusing on executing the budget now and moving forward.
Wonderful. That's great to know. Now, speaking about budget, I know there's a big project happening pretty soon, and it's been all over the radio and the news, and it's the water project to bring water to Enid from Call Lake. That project is a big expense, might cost between $200 or $300 million to build. Can you explain to us why that project is so important for Enid and its citizens?
Absolutely. Water, as you've heard the mayor say before, is one of the most important things. If we don't have water, we certainly can't have a vibrant, boundless, original community. So, focusing on our future, deep into our future, 50-plus years, we've realized, and the Commission's taken appropriate steps to secure a water source so that we can continue to be vibrant and growing. And Call Lake has been determined to be the best option. And so in July, we embarked on a project. The Commission had hired Garver to be our engineer for the project and do the overall plan and refine the cost estimates. And we've had several meetings, and I know that engineering staff, and including myself, went out recently to some communities, Stillwater notably yesterday, because this is a big project, and we'll probably look to team up with some other communities to make sure that while Enid, it's important to Enid, it's also important to Northwest Oklahoma and the communities between here and Call Lake. And as far as the money, we certainly are putting together a financial plan for that. There's a 1 cent sales tax in place already to 2042, which will help pay for some of that. And then, of course, everybody knows, we don't like it, but our utility bills are going up every year, and those were specifically put in place to help pay for that too. So it's a necessary project. I think once water's secured for the future, we can focus on the other things that we need in the community.
Right. And it is true, water is the source of life, and it's not the only issue. It's not an only issue for Enid. Many other communities are facing the need to plan ahead for water needs. So thank you for explaining that to us. Now, you have said before, local government cannot solve all of our problems. Can you explain to us what you're meaning with that phrase?
Sure. As you can imagine, being city manager or just being anybody that works at the city staff, when folks have problems in the community, many times the first place people look for help is city government. And we certainly are helpful and want to be helpful, but the truth is we can't solve all of those problems. What I mean by that is it would be helpful for neighbors to solve some of those problems with their neighbors, for problems that people that might have that really we can't solve, like power poles in the backyard. That's an OG&E issue. I mean, we can direct them to OG&E, but we can't really solve that problem for them. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Truly, if we just rely on local government to try and solve our problems, we're going to be probably disappointed, and we're probably going to be frustrated, because how we solve problems is with regulation. And depending on where you stand, sometimes you want regulation if somebody's going to build a barn in their backyard, but then sometimes you don't want regulation if you want to build something and we tell you that it's got to be so big or it can only be a certain size. So that's what I mean. I think just generally folks need to, and folks do help us out. A great example is the last commission meeting we had, George Davis and Becky Anderson that take care of Weldon Park. Nobody asked them to do it. They just took it on as a civic responsibility. They do far better than we could do because we have so much, and we honor them as a friend of the city. That's kind of what I'm referring to. And one last point, you know, Ghostbusters is being remade. I'm not sure it's come out and flopped yet, or if it's coming in the future, but I always like to say, who are you going to call? City of Enid, 234-0400, right, Jomara?
Right, that's right. Wonderful. And it is true. I think it's part of every member of the community to do their part. There are things that certainly we can start doing, but if anyone has questions, that's what we're here to do: serve them and direct them to the right person that can help them, or the right organization. Now, Steve has told me that you've been in the show 3 times.
Yes.
So you are a VIP member of the Good Morning Enid show, right?
Great. Well, I'm not the Lieutenant Governor or Miss Rodeo Oklahoma, and it's hard to compete with that. I do consider myself steady and consistent, so I made it 3 times. And I also want to go ahead and, I know you guys out there watching know that, but I'm so very proud of the staff that puts this show together and does all the other things in the PR and marketing department. I know, Jomara, you've got other responsibilities as an engineer, and you're contributing here, and Sara, you're the same way, and Raquel and Derrick. I appreciate what you guys are doing, and our behind-the-scenes guys that maybe someday you'll get a glimpse of. Fantastic effort. Keep it up.
Thank you. Now, one last question before you continue. Sure. For your very busy day of work. What is the best thing about serving as city manager?
I will tell you, it's clear cut. Working with the fine employees that we have here to solve our problems. And while we can't solve them all and can't solve them all immediately, having a great team and great talented people like yourself makes it worthwhile. So that's what I enjoy the most.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gilbert. Again, we appreciate your time visiting with us this morning. If you have any questions, the number to call is 234-0400. 0400. Thanks again. And now back to you, Steve and Sara.
Okay, Jomara, thank you very much. We appreciate Jerald coming by. And I think our very first show, January 8th, when we started this, boy, it was a cold morning. I think Jerald joined us then. And I've lost track. I'd have to ask Derrick or Penn, but we're up to show 30-something. I've lost track. It's just amazing. We started this the first year, and here we are at the end of August. It's really gone quick, and we've really enjoyed. We have the resources to do this, and as Jerald mentioned, I believe, again, I'm not a math major, but I think it's our 34th show. As Jerald mentioned, you know, we're utilizing everybody from different departments. You're from solid waste.
Yes.
And Raquel has moved over to a city clerk's office, and Jomara's from engineering, and different co-hosts that we've had have been from different departments, and that was the whole idea, is just to utilize the people that we have within the city of Enid to bring you this morning show. So, Good Morning Enid, again, holding steady, 71 degrees. Last check, the humidity was up there at 66%. And if you're preparing for the day, it's going to be around 96 degrees for today's high, so keep that in mind. Sara, you're close to solid waste, and we have a moment to talk about this. Let's say I've been doing some last-minute summer cleanup in my yard, and I've got some tree limbs, and I'm new to the community, but I've decided to, you know, do some tree trimming. How do I get rid of these tree limbs? Is there a number to call?
Yes.
You're close to that, so what's the best way to do this?
Yes, there is. You can call the 580-616-7300 number, and that's actually a service we offer all year round. A lot of people think it's something we just offer seasonal, but you could call in for big items or debris.
Again?
It's 580-616-7300.
7300.
You should get a friendly voice on the other end to help you. If you have any questions also regarding your trash or any concerns, or you want to order any extra carts, you can also call that number.
Okay, very good. And again, it's all part of the effort to keep our community clean, because there's a lot of people that go through our community and take a look and say, oh, look at that 64 Dodge on blocks. Or they say, oh, look how clean this community is. So, well, right now we have a Tech Talk opportunity with Derrick Silas, and we want to show that to you right now here at 7:49 on Thursday, August 27th.
Need to report a lost animal or need to schedule or cancel a bus ride? Well, there's an app for that. Today I'll show you how to use the Enid Support mobile app. If you don't have the app, go to your iTunes or Google Play stores on your smartphone and type in Enid Support Mobile. Click the word Get to begin the download process. Once it is downloaded, click on the app to open it. The app will open to the home page where you can make a request, look at My Requests, look at All Requests. Let's click on the left button at the center of the screen entitled Make Request. Notice the various service requests you can create on your smartphone. To cancel a bus ride, just click on that service request and fill out the information. If you need to report an animal that you found, click on that request and fill out that information. Notice you can also take a photo of the animal to go with your submitted request. I hope these tips have been helpful for you. Join me next time to hear more tech tips. I'm Derrick Silas.
Thank you, AJ. Good morning, everyone. I've received numerous phone calls this morning. People want to see the high dollar, the no expense birthday card that I didn't purchase, but anyway. So it's it's a Hallmark, that's for sure. Anyway, here we are on August 27th. My wife, Dr. Jerald, is celebrating her, did I say 29th or 39th birthday?
I think you said 29th.
Yeah.
29th.
And by the way, she is watching on enidtv.org. So ladies and gentlemen, no matter where you're at in the country, if you can get to the website, you can watch Good Morning Enid live, and you can also see our City Commission broadcast, our study sessions, and the replay of these programs on enidtv.org in high definition. So, well, we continue to introduce you to different people here on Good Morning Enid, and we need to introduce you to Mary Beth at EPTA, and I think we can see that right now.
Hello, welcome to Enid Public Transportation Authority. My name is Mary Beth Williams and I serve as General Manager. Enid Transit offers a fixed route system to assist in transportation needs for the general public. Enid Transit also offers a shared ride, curb-to-curb service for seniors and disabled that meet ADA guidelines. To receive service on the system, passengers must make their request for transportation the day before service is needed. It is our goal to provide safe, reliable, affordable transportation to the citizens of Enid. If I can be of assistance to you, please contact me at the number provided on our website. Thank you.
Okay, Mary Beth, thank you very much. And now, in case you missed the news earlier this morning, here's Derrick with the Oklahoma Minute.
Here's your Oklahoma Minute. Approximately 3 hours ago, there was a 2.3 magnitude earthquake near Medford, Oklahoma, which stretched 4 miles wide. An Oklahoma City couple have given $1 million to OU College of Public Health. OG&E Smart's Hours program got mentioned by President Obama in a speech about clean energy. UConn will begin building a multi-million-dollar sports complex next year. ESPN announced that it will show the OSU versus Auburn game on ESPN2 and the OU versus LSU game on ESPN on Saturday, January 30th. And that's your Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve and Sara.
And that was a minute. Thank you, Derrick.
Well, if you sing or if you play the piano or any sort of instrument, if you have some form of talent that you want to share with us, remember we want you on the show. So if you're first grade through 12th, make sure you email us your talent and we can make sure we record you and put you on the TV.
Very good. And speaking of talent, here is Raquel, who has a birthday on September 4th. That happens to be my birthday as well.
Oh, wow.
So Raquel has a birthday. Raquel, what's going on?
Good morning, Enid. Just a quick reminder about what will be going on this weekend. We have the Charlie Awards that the Gaslight Theater will be hosting on Saturday. Social hour begins at 6:30. And then next week, or in a couple of weeks, we have the Garfield County Fair at the County Fairgrounds. This begins September 9th and goes on until September 13th. This will be an all-day, everyday event. So please make sure to go out and enjoy these events with your family. And as always, go to visitenid.org in order to find out about other great events going on in the community. And that's what's going on in Enid.
Thank you, Raquel. At 7:55, again, holding steady at 71 degrees, working our way to a hot 96. So we want to show our pet promo that we do from time to time. 249-4910 is the number to call if you want to adopt a cat or a dog. And we want to share this promo with you right now.
Are you wanting to bring home a new family member, but you don't know where to look? There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Come by the Enid Animal Shelter or visit our Facebook page. Adopt.
It's 7:56 on this last Thursday of August. How about the forecast? People are planning for the weekend. There's the 3-day forecast.
Yes. Once again, it's going to be in the 90s. Summer won't be here for two or much longer. So if you like summer, this is definitely a good weekend to enjoy summer. It'll be nice.
And if you notice that the sun is setting a little bit earlier, you know, last week was around 8:20-ish or whatever. And I live out on the farm where I can really see west and east. I can have some really great sunrise or sunsets. I notice the sun is setting earlier. So we're getting close to fall and football. Very good. So I'd like to remind everybody, the city of Enid has been supportive of just numerous events, but one event that we're involved in each September, and usually Mayor Shuey, and I know Commissioner Van Hooser was involved in this a couple years ago, it's the Make-A-Wish Foundation Make a Burger event. And as you can see there on your screen this morning, that's coming up on Saturday, September 26th, and it's an opportunity for you to raise money, raise funds by providing a hamburger cook-off team, if you will. And this is something that we involve ourselves in, that we have an opportunity to do a show and feature the Make-A-Wish here in Oklahoma. And keep in mind that all the funds, Sarah, that is raised on this stays Make-A-Wish Oklahoma. And there's been several Enid children, if you will, that have been helped through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that's coming up Saturday, September 26th. And I know Commissioner Van Hooser was a judge one year who ate tons of hamburgers judging. And then the mayor last year and this year will be a judge. So, well, our Thursday's about over. Dr. Darrell Floyd is coming up at 8 o'clock. We want to remind everybody of that. Any closing comments, young lady?
Well, thank you all for joining us on this Thursday morning, and we hope you join us next Thursday.
Okay, again, it's good to see you. Make it a great day.